What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Draymond Green Show with my dog, my brother, BD, Baron Davis. What up, bro?
What's up, my dog? You the boss. Dray.
Appreciate you, my dog. Before we get into this episode, make sure you subscribe to the Draymond Green Show with Baron Davis so you don't miss any of these episodes.
That's right. Follow the show on Twitter, Draymond Show, so you don't miss out on none of the announcements that's going down. And I know Dub Nation was hyped for the weekend to kick this off when my boy Kendrick Lamar dropped his album, GNX. Now, we know what that means. Where you find a Kendrick album, right? When there's a drop, there's also a Warriors championship. So I got to start the show by saying, have you listened to the album? How you feel now that Kendrick got an album out? Talk to me, my man.
I have definitely listened to the album. I think for number one, history always repeats itself. So every time Kendrick dropped the album and Dubs won a championship, I need to keep riding that wave. So,
come on,
you know what I'm saying? But, and listening to the album, it is like, it's lyricists at your finest. Like, straight up spitting. What I appreciate about the album most is, and obviously it's a great album, it's a no skip. What I appreciate most is through all of the rap beef, Drake, Kendrick, all that, there's clearly other stuff going up with it. But through all of that, if you didn't come away from that with eyes on what Kendrick was doing in Compton, with eyes on what Kendrick was doing around LA, if you came away from it with anything more than that, you missed the boat. You missed the message. You missed everything that went on. You missed so much. And so what I love most about the album is, and it's an incredible album, is Kendrick at his finest. You know, like as a basketball player, you know when you on one of them runs and it just like feel like nobody can stop you. That's what the album gave to me. Now, in saying all of that, what I love most about the album is so LA. It's so LA. He giving back to artists of LA. You got artists charting that ain't never charted before in their life, in their careers, charting on the Billboard Hot 100. And so what I can appreciate most, and being a guy who, like yourself, set the table for so many others, you know what I'm saying, to give so many others opportunities. And being that guy, what I appreciate most about this album outside of anything is how he gave these guys opportunities to chart on the Billboard 100. He know the album sales that they're going to get and the notoriety that those guys going to get. And so just putting on for your city, the way he just put on for his city with this album, to me, that's what I came away with it from. Yes, it's great. Yes, you want to listen to it. The music's incredible. But what he doing for LA, I got nothing but respect for that.
Respect. I do got to ask, what is your favorite album compared? Like, what is the favorite match, championship to album? Like, which is the one? You know what I mean? Damn was sick.
Like that.
That was a run.
That's the one.
Was that the
Absolutely.
run?
Like, and for me, that run was like, damn. Like when you look back on the run, that run was just like, damn. Like you sum it all up, it went hand in hand. And so that's the one for me that sticks out the most. Because every series, me and Steph just sat back and we was like, damn, this is crazy. Like, wow, we doing this again.
And it was like the one word like, titles. Fear, loyalty.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean?
Fit us,
all that
right?
shit.
Like,
it was definitely themed
you know,
up.
we sitting there like, damn, the loyalty, like we doing this again. Like, that's the one.
It's a lot of parallels in this new album too. When you think of, you know, Squabble Up. You know what I mean? You got Reincarnated.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Kind of like you on that vibe. Like it's all kind of like
Man at the Guard.
The Warriors reincarnated.
Man at the Guard.
Y'all
Like,
Man at the Garden.
come on.
Come on, you know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Come on, man. These is come on, Dray. This is theme music time,
Hey,
baby.
listen, squabble up. Like, that's what we on. Like, when we came into training camp,
You gotta be
when
on
we
that.
came into training camp, the one thing we said, like, we like sat down, we have a meeting. Let's identify the type of team we want to be. We want to be scrappy. We want to be a feisty team. Teams know when they come, how we coming, right? Like, squabble up. You got to be on that.
You gotta be on
Absolutely.
that. And you already know they got that Dodger Blue TV off, all that. You know, just kind of I feel like his titles, you know, just kind of really fit with the thing. You know what I mean?
For sure.
I
1000%.
think y'all adopting it. You know what I'm saying? But y'all gotta make squabble up and TV off. Y'all gotta make that. Y'all gotta make that y'all thing.
Heart part 6.
Theme.
Heart part 6.
That gotta be the thing.
Right.
Yeah, shout out to Kendrick's though. Shout out to Kendrick Lamar. I like it because you know, just as an artist on the other side when I'm doing Bar at Oatmeal, just to see kind of like how LA rappers, you know, coming together. You know what I mean? And you know, you need a juggernaut like that to kind of put on for the city and put on for everybody else. You know what I mean? Especially in the wake of Nip. You know what I'm saying?
1000%.
So you're looking at somebody stepping up, assuming his responsibility, right? So when people get into all the beef and all that, and you know, it's we the West Coast, so we gonna ride with the West. You feel what I'm saying? And the fact that K Dot putting so many dudes on at the concert, dog. I missed the concert.
Back went out.
Because my back went out. I'd have been up there, hey. They would have been mad at me for doing my step, for doing my 1-2. Hey, Dre, I tried to get up that morning, dog. That shit said, no. It was not happening, dude.
No, that's fire.
I'd have fell off the stage.
That's hilarious.
I'd have fell off
You
the
would
stage.
You would have went down. Could you imagine? That would have been the talk of the pop-up.
Hey, bro, that would have been the talk of the summer. Like, this motherfucker got injured in the game.
Crazy.
And then what is he up there doing? He trying to walk and throw his back out? No way. The ambulance would have had to come and pick me
That's
up.
crazy. Hey, you know what I find interesting about this whole rap beef? Growing up in Michigan, in the Midwest, so we listen to everything, right? Like, we listen to West Coast music, we listen to East Coast music, we listen to the South, like, we listen to everything. And so I remember, and I was very young, but then also, you know, continuing to listen to that music as I grew up. The West Coast, you know, with Junior Mafia, Death Row, like, I remember all of those beefs. And then also, like I said, growing up and watching the history and like going back and like just knowing all that stuff is so important to hip hop. For us, it was never a need to like, oh, I need to pick a side. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm not from the West Coast, I'm not from the East Coast, I'm from the Midwest. And so for us, you can kind of sit back and just appreciate the battle.
Both
you know what I'm
sides.
saying? Like, not feel the need to like, man, I'm with Death Row or Pop. You know what I'm saying? Like, and and by the way, I grew up a huge Pac fan, like, to the point to where maybe for a long time, it took Jay-Z a long time to pass Pac as the GOAT for me. You know what I'm saying? But when it came to the beat, he passed Pac for sure. But when it came to the beat, there was never a need for us to like, yo, I'm over here, I'm over there. So you just sit back and you watch and you appreciate the lyrics. And that's how I feel about this one. It's like, I understand why the West rallied behind Kendrick like they did, and I think it was dope as hell to watch. You know what I'm saying? Drake is a little different because you in Toronto, they can't really rally around you from a hip-hop standpoint, from a cultural standpoint, like the West can. You know what I'm saying? And so, and watching all of that, I think that was a part of Kendrick's genius in the battle. Like, I think a part of his genius was like, I know I know the Bay
Who you got up next? Party next
Yeah,
door?
you know what I'm
He
saying?
wearing lingerie
Absolutely.
and
I mean,
leather
I don't know about
pants.
Party Next Door. I'm not a big Party Next Door listener.
But I'm just saying, like when you go into, when you go into like the entire West, he locking in with rappers, and Drake got the whole spectrum.
You
You
do.
know what I mean? But it's like you looking at like who all rallying, like where's your hip hop help? Where's your hip hop validation? Where's your OGs? You supposed to go to New York because you are East Coast, but it ain't, you ain't got the firepower, and you didn't really do what K Dot did in LA. You didn't go and light that on fire in Toronto. Now Drake has been putting people on for decades.
Many people.
You know what I
Giving
mean?
people their best hits, they top hits.
Around the country.
Absolutely.
Around the country. But like when you look at, being that local cultural influence, I think anytime you get into a rap beef, you better go lock in with your coach. You better go lock in, you know what I mean, with your local people, because you got to have that support.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Because if you get hate from that, then it just make your foundation unstable.
No, it does.
When you battling.
It does for sure. And I think that's what happened. And I think another thing, genius in the whole beat, where Kendrick pulled the Bay into it, because Drake in the Bay,
oh yeah,
huge, huge. The Bay rock with Drake, crazy.
Yeah. Big time.
To pull the Bay into it was genius. Because it was all
you think the Bay gonna let you disrespect?
Yeah.
It
was genius.
That was hella strategic.
It was so strategic. It was so strategic.
Hey, the Bay dudes, they gonna ride. That caught their attention. Like, oh no,
you ain't
disrespecting
like
the Bay.
That was genius for Kendrick to do that.
The NFL season's rolling along. The contenders are separating from the pack. The one thing that hasn't changed this season is DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sportsbook partner of the NFL. Our friends at The Volume. It's the number one place to bet touchdowns. Fade to the corner of the end zone, running back breaks through the line, gallop 60 yards for a touchdown. They don't care how you get them. They want to bet on touchdowns, and you should at DraftKings, the best place to do it. If you're ready to place your first bet, make it simple. A player scoring a touchdown, just go to DraftKings Sportsbook app, takes 90 seconds, download it, make your pick. Here's a reason. New customers, do a touchdown dance of your own. Bet $5, that's it, and get $150 in bonus bets if your bet wins. Score big, DraftKings Sportsbook, number one place to bet touchdowns. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app and use the code Colin, C-O-L-I-N. Got to use the code COLIN. Get $150 in bonus bets if your bet wins, betting just $5. Only on DraftKings. The crown is yours.
In today's episode, also, we got to discuss the last two games, man, and how we going to bounce back, Dre. You feel me?
Absolutely.
And then I'll list 5 players that I'm high on this season, and then we'll also have a guest. Next guard, Cam. I call him Cam Get Buckets Thomas. You feel what I'm saying? So he'll be joining the show. Dub Nation, as always. What's happening? We was rambling on Kendrick. We got to get ready for this season. What's happening? We dropped our last 2 games in a fashion I know you're not happy about. I want to get rid of Monday's game because I know how that is. You know what I mean? It's like, it's like, but the biggest story coming out of that game is Kerr having Steph bench while the Nets made a run. Do you think that should be the story? And can you pinpoint what the fuck happened?
All right, so most definitely. Number one, both games. I think both of them, we just ran out of gas in the end. I think, I'm not one to make excuses. But running out of gas means you get a little tired, you get slippage in your execution. You know what I'm saying? It ain't just like, oh, I'm tired, I can't run up the court. It's not that. Like, we're professional athletes, we're well conditioned. You're fine from that standpoint. But it's sometimes when the fatigue hits, you lose your brain. and you start making
Yeah.
mistakes that maybe the naked eye won't be able to see, but we know right away it's a mistake. When you watch the film, and so, I think we ran into a little bit of that.
And I have to say this. Sorry teams don't get tired.
Facts.
You know what I mean? Especially when they got momentum.
Facts.
You know what
That's
I'm saying? Because they got to keep playing till the game is over. And then all of a sudden, if they get some momentum, they didn't think they was going to win in the first place. So they got all the energy to finish out a game. And they got 8 dudes on the bench dying to get in. You know what I mean? To pour in. Where, I think you guys, I was watching the game and it was just blow-bys, right? Like I haven't seen all year where, you just getting beat off the dribble. And I think it's you playing defense. This is how you play defense. You tired. You want to get up and force the issue. You know what I mean? But then at the same time, you just a half a step slower than what you usually are. You know what I mean?
100%. So our trap the box guy wasn't there, who's been there all year. Our trap the box guy wasn't there all night, right? And so you start to go through that. But what I will say is this. Sometimes it takes some losses like the last couple of games we've lost to get better. And for us, you sitting at 12-3, everybody, the Warriors back, they this, they that. You can start to feel yourself. And especially like us, where you got a few guys that's done it and a lot of guys that haven't. You know what I'm saying? And so you can also have those guys feeling like, oh, I know these guys have done it and look what we're doing now. And then you can also have us as leaders like, here we go again. And you can start feeling yourself. And so you have some slippage and at times you can stop getting better. And so I think for us, there are some things that we need to address that when you're winning, it's hard to address those things because everybody's feeling good about themselves. When you lose, then it's time to address them things and you get an opportunity to address some things and everyone's listening, right? Everyone's all ears because everyone wants to turn it around. And so I don't think these 2 losses are the worst thing for us. They come at a good time for us where now we got a tough part of the schedule. You got to show what you made of. You know what I'm saying? You got to lock in and show what you made of. And I trust and I know that this team will do that. But it's an opportunity for us to grow. And it's game 17. Nobody's panicking now. So
yeah, nobody's in a pressure situation. I think when you talk about running out of gas, I always say it's 2 buckets and 2 stops, right? When you got a lead like that. And if you can get 2 buckets and 2 stops, you win the game by 12. You mad. You win the game by 8. You upset. But to your point, it's the same issue, right? And so this team coming back is not a result of just we ran out of gas. It's like, okay, we are 2 buckets and 2 stops away from not having to worry about this team. Same thing with San Antonio. Big lead, coming off a back-to-back. Y'all look like y'all just ran out of gas, right? But it's also understanding that, no, we're not going to run out of gas. You know what I mean? We're going to end the game because the drive is over. You know what I mean? And when you got young guys, it's good for them to be in that situation, right? You, Steph, you know what I mean? Looney, the vets, y'all understand, damn, we gave that away. You know what I mean? But at the same time, there's going to be 3 or 4 more situations where it's going to be Podinski, Waters, Kyle Anderson. You know what I mean? GP3. One of those dudes going to click and be like, oh, no, fuck that. You know what I mean? GP2. Yeah, I call him 3.
No, for sure. 100%. And listen, like I said, we'll be fine. Now, I do want to address what you asked about Steph. Because that seems to come up a lot. And every time, it backfires, everybody go crazy. But I'm going to just, Steve, and by the way, just about every coach in the NBA that I know of, they have the minutes slotted. Your minutes
Yeah.
going into the game are already
Yep.
slotted. Now, what y'all have to understand about Steve is this. When everybody go crazy, and I'll be honest, it's something that we had to understand playing for him, because as a competitor, you like, yo, like, put me in the game. And like now, he never get that from us anymore, because man, we've been with Steve for 10 years. Like we know who Steve is. We know what he's gonna do. And so here's what people should understand about Steve. This is our 11th year with Steve as our coach. Steve has, and let me not get this wrong, 9 championship rings. No, 10. No, 9. Steve Kerr has 9 championship rings. He has 5 as a player. He has 4 as a coach. Why did I tell you Steve Kerr have 9 championship rings? The reason I'm telling you Steve Kerr has 9 championship rings is because on a regular season game on Monday in November, Steve Kerr is not going to overreact to what the minutes are on already what's been a tough last 5 days for us, overreact to a lead going away and put Steph back in the game or myself back in the game because the team on the run. He ain't doing that. So everybody going crazy like, if this was a playoff game, you bet your bottom dollar all of us would have been right back in the game like that.
Absolutely.
It's a soft Monday in November versus the Nets. Okay, they beat us. It sucks. We
it
all
means something,
hate to lose.
but it don't mean
But you're
nothing.
not risking
you know
injury
because
to Steph Curry.
You live to play another game.
So
you know what I mean? It's the longevity. Man, I remember I played. Do you remember the year that Blake was out? That I think his rookie year. We was playing a preseason game against New Orleans. Game over, right? I'm on the bench. We start, okay, we look good. We about to be all right with this rookie, right? I'm sitting on the sideline. Bro, I'm laying on the floor watching the game. Blake's sitting in the chair. They come back in the 4th quarter. Mike Dunleavy go, hey, let's go. We like, huh? He's like, man, let's go. We got to get this win. Like, what win? It's the preseason. Bro, he puts us back in the game. I'm like, coach, I don't think this is a good idea. Blake Griffin hurts his knee.
Wow. Is that what happened? I did not know that.
That is what happened. That is exactly what happened.
Wow.
He put him back in the game in the preseason, and that's how our shit got fucked off.
Wow.
That's how his first year got fucked off. And it was like, why are you putting him in the game, bro? The game is over. He did what he was supposed to do. It's the preseason. So now you think about, with Steph in regular season, now I hope everybody understand, like, it's okay. You know what I mean? Because the young guys got to learn to finish the game.
It's okay.
That's
everybody,
you have 21?
Everyone who's in
young dude, some young dude, Moody, go to work. You know what I mean? Somebody go to work. That is your chance.
Everybody out there on that court who was out there when we lost the lead, we're going to need if we want to reach our ultimate goal. If you think the right thing to do is to snatch them out, to kill their confidence, to put Steph in harm's way because you're chasing a win on Monday night in November,
it ain't gonna work.
You won't end up with 9 championships, I can tell you.
You ain't playing for the playoffs. You ain't playing for no damn championship. Because you're going to win some, you're going to lose some. Somebody going to hit a buzzer, backward shot. All kind of crazy shit can happen. You want to win the ones you know you're going to win. You're going to lose some. You know what I mean? But at the same time, like, you live to play another day. And then speaking of living to play another day, I got this picture, man, and I need you to describe how is it like? What is it like? Guard Wemby. That's my son's favorite player, 7'6". Hey, dog, and to see this picture of the great Draymond Green. This dude don't even look like he not even paying attention to you.
It's crazy.
He can't even see you, bro.
He don't see me. And you know what? I can't say what I was going to say because there'll be a pause. But I saw this picture. I'm like, yo, the top of my head, that bruh nipple. Like,
I know what you was about to say.
the
Good
top
correction.
of my head is that, bro, nipple. Now, I am starting to get in the defensive stance because I can tell you what I'm checking out here on this picture. What I'm looking at is they are getting ready to. He's in the corner and he coming and he get this pin down. Now, so I'm looking because I know this pin down is coming. So I got to get ready to. I'm trying to see what angle is this guy going to come set this screen at? Because if I trail him and he get a half a step, he's 7'6", it's over. Like I can't contest the shot. So I'm trying to see what angle I can take to try to throw this screen off. And then also I can't just ride him up over the top like you taught because he's a little frail.
He's nice. Yeah.
And so if I ride him over the top, and I don't mean frail in a negative way, Wemby is 7'6", 230, 240.
Yeah, you can't if you push him, it's obvious.
And it's going to move
if
his
you
body,
trail,
right? Like if I push him.
If you trail and you late, he don't even need a dribble to get to the front of the rim.
Right? So I'm looking, trying to figure out what angle is the screen about to come from. Because if I ride him over the top and I bump him at all, his arm gonna flail.
He's gonna fly.
And they're gonna call the foul. They was calling it the whole fourth quarter. So I'm looking like, all right, let me navigate this screen. But then I saw this picture and I'm like, bruh, number one, bro, looking like he unbothered by me. Don't do that. Now I gotta get at you.
Super unbothered.
Now I gotta get at you.
Hey, bro.
Now I gotta get at you. But no, honestly, I'm like, bro, look at this. Like the top of my head is at my man.
Is that his number? Is that his Spurs?
It does not cross. It's at the bottom of the Spurs logo. Like, it's crazy. But shout out to Wemby, man. That brother right there, he is going to be so good. He already good, but he going to be such a problem. But like I said, shout out to Wemby. Wemby last year signed a jersey, his jersey, but my son DJ. So. Yeah, I appreciate Wemby. I got a lot of love for him. That kid he is going to be special.
He is something special. I mean, you don't see nothing. Yeah, like I've never seen, anything like Wemby. Handle, shot, and love to play.
Facts.
You know what I mean? He has a certain joy about him, that makes him fun to
100%.
watch. And he wants to be in the big moment. He wants to live in the big moment. And, his confidence is through the roof.
Yes, it is. And
you know what I mean? Just like this picture says it all. This picture says it all. You got the great Draymond Green, intense, looking for the screen. And he like, man,
just bring the screen already.
Yeah.
Just bring the screen already. Give me the ball. Hey, but I tell you what. So our great producer, Charles, also found a picture of BD versus someone who's 7'6". Sean Bradley. So we got the picture
Sean
of
Bradley,
BD.
7'6".
Did he block this shot?
No way.
People out there. What Charles want to do is he want to say, BD also played against somebody 7'6". It ain't just y'all who play against somebody 7'6". But I'm here to let you all know, and I think Wemby's 7'5". But I'm here to let you all know it's a big difference. It's a big difference. Like the way Wemby moved, the ground he covered, the love for basketball he had, the skill that Wemby has, it's a difference. So don't do that, Charles. That's bullshit.
Come on,
don't
Charles,
do that.
Don't do. You can't compare Sean, bro. You compare him in height, but definitely you can't compare him in game or even defense.
That was as bad as Shaq comparing. And I y'all know I love Shaq. My favorite player of all time. That's the big homie. Shout out to the OG. Shaq compared Wemby to Bobo, man.
Oh yeah.
Shaq compared Wemby to Bobo.
Hey, bro, Shaq stood on that. Hey, bro, Shaq was standing on that, dude. He had me yelling at the TV that night, like, yo, come on, big fella.
I'm always riding with Diesel. I'm just letting y'all know. I'm always riding with Big Diesel.
I understand
Microphone
what you're trying to say. That's how you got. Hey, bro, I understand what you're trying to say. I
We
get it.
rocking with you,
I
baby.
get it.
Always.
We rocking
But come
with you.
on.
We just can't
Come
agree to
on, D's.
everything. Okay. So OKC, they coming in town. We got to get focused. So what's the focus on bouncing back, playing against a team like this? They hungry. You guys got to get, your get back game to get hungry. Talk to me about how you feeling about this
Coming
week.
off 2 losses, we always talk about winning the week. We still got an opportunity to win the week. But coming off 2 straight losses, this is a good game coming off 2 straight losses because this game going to challenge you to be the team that you
It's
are.
a grind.
This game is going to challenge you to execute. This game is going to challenge you to be locked in for 48. You know what I'm saying? And so the things that we've struggled with these last 2 games, for whatever reason, who cares? This game is a team that, going in, this is a team that we can face down the line. Not only do we need to prove that we can compete and all of that, because that's every night, but we also need to play this team great to give our staff a good look. So if we see this team down the road, you got to look at things that you may want to do. You know what I'm saying? Things that worked before. And so you also need to give your staff a good look against the great teams that you could face down the road. And OKC is obviously one of those teams that going to be right there at the end competing for it all. And we want to be one of those teams that are competing for it all. So it's great to come back, to a game like this to lock you back in. And if you're going to win you're going to have to be locked in for 48.
And it's going to be a dogfight.
Always.
Yeah, it's going to be a dogfight too. And this is the type of game you kind of, you always use as a measuring stick. And it's like, these are the ones, that I just want to win. Long as we get the win, I'm good. Don't care how we play, blowout lead, this and that. Just get the win. Another team coming in too, Phoenix. And finally they got their big 3 healthy. You got Booker, KD, and Bradley Beal, who's my guy. I've been waiting to see how they really hit the ground running. Man, talk a little bit about, is this our first time playing against these 3 together?
It's our first time. So I remember Brad being in the game and KD when Steph hit the shot last year, but I'm not sure I remember Book playing. But I don't think this is our first time seeing them together. But I'm not sure. But they're playing well when those 3 are on the court together. Tonight they mopped the Lakers. Completely mopped the Lakers. And so, an NBA Cup game where you coming in locked in. It's an NBA Cup game. So they mopped the Lakers, and when those guys were on the court, they were, I think, number 1 in the West. When all 3 of those guys were healthy, right there. So it's going to be a tough game. These next 2 are tough, but they are both against opponents that you could see down the road, and you got to be locked in.
Right.
You got to show you belong. You got to give your staff a good look. So, these are great tests for us coming up the rest of this week.
I love that. And then y'all clinched a spot in the NBA Cup. Congratulations.
Appreciate that, my brother.
With a win over the Pelicans. My boy Andrew Wig going off, had 30 points. Man, he remind me of like someone like Jason Richardson, right? It's like when Jay Rich used to get hot, you knew it was gonna be 1, 2, 3, 4. It could be 8 games in a row. Right. And because of the way, because of the way he play, it's like, oh shit, this dude is wide open every time. You know what I mean? And he can get his money. And I just think that it's dope when you see your teammates playing well. Right? Because it starts to especially somebody like Wiggins, where it's like, yo, he's such a big piece to unlocking all the potential. You know 100%. What I mean? Like Jay Rich was a huge piece for us, us unlocking everything that comes, you know what I mean? Every situation that could come after that. Talk about Wiggs and just how he playing and what that does for you.
He's a lot also like Jason Richardson. He's going to guard our best, the other team's best wing most of the time.
Totally.
And so Wiggs is huge for us. And when he's playing that well, it's not a matter of if he's playing well or not, because Wiggs is actually one of those talents that You don't come around often. It's a matter of if he's being aggressive or not. And
Bingo.
right now, lately, he's been all year, he's been super aggressive. And when Wiggs is super aggressive, there's not many people that can stop him. That dude can dribble, he can shoot, he can jump, he get to the rim, he can finish. Like, he's the number one pick for a reason. He's an all-star on the championship team for a reason. Like, Wiggs is a special, special talent. So it's just a matter of mindset. And when his mindset is, I'm going at you, both defensively and offensively, he's one of the better players in this league. And he's been showing that this year. And it's one of the reasons that we are in the position that we're in the West. And, you know, right there with an opportunity to get back the number one spot in the West.
Quiet assassin, man. Quiet assassin. I saw him I want to say last summer, and I was like, man, you so quiet. He's so quiet but deadly.
Yes.
You know what I mean? And what I'm seeing from him is you see an aura of confidence. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, he has this aura about him that, you know, when he walk a certain way, you know what I mean? On the court, you know he locked in, you know, and he aggressive, he in tune in the game. I definitely think like he is that guy that unlocks Draymond's offensive potential, even more Steph, even Kyle Anderson, you know what I mean? Kuminga, Moody, all these people, like, because you're not thinking about him because he's so quiet, but you have to think about him, you know what I mean? But he always open because he's so quiet. You know, he always in the right spot. So yeah, shout out to Wig, man. I love the way he playing. He done scored 20 plus in the last 4 or 5 games. You know, coming into this cup game, you know, clinching that spot was
yes,
huge.
Sir. No, yeah, Wig's playing great, man. We need him to keep it up. That's for sure, especially this week. This episode is sponsored by Game Time Ticketing app. The start of the NBA season is underway, and you don't want to miss the hype atmosphere watching a basketball game live.
Energy of the fans at the beginning of the season is incredible, and Game Time has a new feature called Game Time Picks that makes getting tickets to see your favorite teams play live even easier. And it filters out of the fluff to show you incredible deals on great seats so you don't have to waste time searching through thousands of tickets.
I like using the Game Time app when I want to attend a concert or comedy show. Game Time Ticketing app is the only ticketing app that gives you complete peace of mind with your purchase. I really like the all-in pricing because it shows how much I'm going to have to pay.
I'm looking at the Game Time app right now, and it's easy to find different tickets and different price points. The NBA season is beginning, and I know your favorite team is going to need your support.
Take the guesswork out of buying tickets with Game Time Picks. Download the Game Time app, create an account, and use code GREEN for $20 off your first purchase. Terms apply. Again, create an account and redeem code GREEN for $20 off. Download Game Time today. What time is it? Game time. Like we said earlier, we got a certified bucket getter coming to the show. One of the best scorers in the league, especially at his age. Youngest player in NBA history to have 3 straight 40-plus games. He is the leading all-time scorer at the Oak Hill Academy. And if you know anything about basketball, you know Oak Hill and like so many guys that has gone through there. The amount of guys, the amount of NBA pros that has gone through there and overseas high level.
Man. Legacy.
Like crazy. Leading scorer all time, none other Brooklyn Nets guard, Cam Thomas. What's up, young fella?
Oh, what up? What's good with y'all?
I feel the way y'all beat us the other night. I ain't too happy about this, but we definitely appreciate you coming on the show.
I appreciate you, man. I appreciate you for having me.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
My dog, Cam.
What's good, bro? What's good?
I mean, it's my first time really getting to say something to you, bro. I watch you, and man, when you are the definition of getting busy. You know what I mean? When you come in the game, you are not messing around.
Nah.
You know what I'm saying? It's like you the DJ, you like whatever's happening, Oh, it's cracking, baby. Hey, you be out there getting busy. You know what? You was getting busy on the Warriors too.
I
You had
was.
23 points and 23
Hey,
minutes
relax
against the
yourself, man.
Warriors. Hey, bro. Hey, listen. I was like, damn, man, don't let this dude get going. He don't stop. Yo, please don't let this dude get going. Man, talk about, just talk about. And then I heard that you averaged 30 in junior high school.
Yeah. Yeah. A lot of buckets. A lot of buckets.
All right, bro. Who programmed you? You know what I mean? Because you got to be like some type of like goddamn scoring machine robot. Who programs you, dog?
My mom really. My mom really. And don't want to make her mad. You know, after the game, she in my ear mad and stuff. So that really what really like fueled me to really kill every game and stuff. So really, my mom really like got my mindset to be a killer every game.
Like, did she whoop you after the game if you didn't
score
20? Like what?
No, you can't like just yell and nag in my ear.
Yeah.
Because I'm tired of hearing that. So I just gotta go.
That's fire. My mom the same way, bro. And obviously, just not about scoring because I don't do that like you do. But my mom the same way. Like I always hear it, still to this day, if I have a bad game.
Yeah, exactly. Same. I'm like, now I gotta go kill next game. Like I'm tired of hearing all this in my ear after every game. I'm like, dang, it's like 82 games.
That's fine. That's bad. Hey, I'll tell you what though.
You every game, dog.
Yeah, like one game out of 82.
Get to it. I respect mom. Dude,
Moms,
stay on
don't
him.
let up. Yeah. Moms, don't let up. Stay on him. Keep the pressure.
Yeah, absolutely.
Keep the pressure.
Hey, and I'll tell you what our strategy. We had a great strategy to stop him yesterday, BD. The strategy was
I was gonna ask that.
We were gonna double him no matter where he went on the floor. We were double teaming him. If he came off a handoff, we was double teaming him. If he came off a ball screen, we was double teaming him. And when I realized the strategy wasn't gonna work, BD, I was in a full out trap. Me and Moses Moody, and I'm like, oh yeah, we got him close to the sideline. He about to turn the ball over. That man pulled up and shot. I almost fouled him because I'm still coming up on the trap. Like I'm still closing the trap in, and he just rose up and shot it. I was like, oh no, he different. This is Kobe like.
Nah, I definitely noticed that they was trapping all game, but then I was like, all right, because like we kind of had an idea that there'll be a lot of blitzing all game, so we kind of had a good scheme to counter. But then at a point in time, you just gotta see it early and then still get the ball and attack, no matter if the blitz is on you or not. So I think we had a good game plan for it, but I just came out, just want to be aggressive for sure.
Yeah, as a young dude, dog, like, you be killing every time you get in. Like, I love how prepared and patient you are. You know what I mean? And a lot of dudes get opportunities in the league. They go to the right team, right situation. It's like, man, they may not have all the game, but it's a right fit. You got all the game. All the game that the NBA needs. You know what I mean? And, a lot of times your playing time, the way you play, fluctuate. I mean, just talk about, like, how do you keep a level head? Like outside of, like, how do you prep? Like, you know what I'm saying? Because when they put you in the game, you on.
Yeah.
All the time. You know what I mean? And, you seem like in your rookie year, you got to make adjustments. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Like you get bench some, play some, score 40, don't play. Like talk about that process and like how you stay above board.
Yeah, just like you said, my first 2 years in and out, going crazy, and then you don't play the next game. That's tough for your scorer like me because you like, I can play out here, like I can really like kill out here. And then you just like start getting down. You like, dang, like what am I doing wrong out here? And then you just start developing patience, talking to the vets, seeing what, the stuff they went through. And then, I probably say my last 2 years, my third year, my fourth year is probably, this year's probably the only year where I really feel like, comfortable as far as like knowing I'm going to play, knowing I'm a part of, the team every night if I'm healthy enough to play. So I probably say just I really developed that patience for my first 2 years and just being always like steady, but always like ready, ready for whatever. So I really think my first 2 years really helped me shape me to be the player that I am right now, just learning and going through those learning curves and stuff.
Who would you say was your vet along the way that was helping you figure these things out?
Probably my first year mainly, KD. And then, once Kyle was around more, then me and him really connected. So probably say those two for sure. I'll probably say those are my vets for sure. Just talking to them, hanging out and stuff, just doing all the team stuff together. So yeah.
No, that's fire. I've never heard you speak this much. So
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
actually happy to know that you talk.
Yeah, for
And
sure.
it actually leads me
Go ahead,
to
Jay. Go ahead.
it actually leads me to something that I want to say to you and a conversation that I want to have with you and that I know BD will have a lot to say about as well.
Yeah.
But the way you play the game of basketball, when I see you hoop, the guys who get buckets like you get buckets, they're all loved and like people are so excited to see them play. Like they're celebrated. You think of Kyrie, the way Kyrie get buckets. You go Jamal Crawford, you go Lou Will, you go like all of these guys who are just a straight KD, like a straight bucket, right? Like that's what they do. When they walk in, they are getting a bucket. No matter how you guard them, no matter what you do, they are going to figure out to get a bucket. They're all celebrating. I know you're young, but I don't see the excitement around the name Cam Thomas the way it should be for somebody who scored a basketball like you. And I want to ask you, do you have a reason why that is? And I also want to share with you why I think that is.
Yeah. Hey, I would love to know because I've been going through this since, the grassroots really just always being like overlooked, like, especially by, the media and stuff. People saying like putting people over you when you know they're not better than you, but then you don't. But then, it's still politics at the end of the day. But then at the end of the day, you still gotta look at the talent. Like I'm way better than him, but you're putting him over me because of what? Because I'm not on social media as much. Like I don't talk as much. I just go about my business and go on to the next game. So, I mean, I guess it's just because I'm not really around much. I don't talk much. I just go out there and play, handle my business and go on. But hey, if you can tell me why, then I would love to know. Because I've been really like wanting to know why. Like, I don't get enough, love or respect as, the other buckets in the league. So especially at my age, like right now I'm averaging about 25 a game. I'm like, damn, I don't barely hear about it. So it's like I just love to know why.
Well, I'll share a few things with you because I think there's a few reasons. One of your most famous lines that people have ever heard from you is what? What can you?
Ain't shit funny?
Ain't shit funny. And ain't shit funny was so funny to me. Like, why you don't laugh? Because ain't shit funny. That was so funny to me. And what I would say to you is if ain't shit funny, then make sure everybody know ain't shit funny. Yeah. And what I mean by that is you have to make people hate you because ain't shit funny.
Yeah.
They got to feel like ain't shit funny with him. I hate him. If you're not going to make them hate you because ain't shit funny, then you need to make them love you. And the way to make them love you is score the way you score. Smile more because I've seen you smile more right here in 10 minutes than I've ever seen in your 4 years in the NBA. I've seen you smile more right here.
Come on.
And I'm like, damn, maybe something is funny.
Don't try not to smile.
This is what I'm thinking when I'm sitting here watching you smile. Like, damn, maybe something is funny. But smile more and be more extravagant when you score. Get the crowd involved. Talk to them. Or ain't shit funny at all times, and I'm making sure you know ain't shit funny, and I'm coming at you that way, and I'm gonna make you hate me because ain't shit funny. And I think you have to do that. You got to give people more personality. If you think that being a star in this NBA is just because you just gonna score points and be a star in this NBA, I'm here to tell you, you're missing the boat, brother. And I'm going to tell you why you're
Yeah.
missing the boat. Because this is the NBA, brother. This is, you know, the NBA, when they come around to record, they say the NBAE.
Mm-hmm.
Don't think that's just the people that's recording. That's this whole thing.
Yeah.
This is entertainment. This is show business.
Yeah.
And in show business, there's a character that's hated and there's a character that's loved.
Yeah.
The character that sits in the middle, he get killed off the show in week 1.
Yeah.
The character that sits in the middle, they get a couple lines they may say in the movie, and then you never hear from them again. That's the character that sit in the middle. So you scoring the way you score, you have to decide, ain't shit funny. I'm going to make sure y'all know that that's where I stand at all times. And so many things about me going to say that. And people will be able to grab onto that. Ain't shit funny. Or the way you score, it's electric, man. The way you bounce around the court, you come off, you jump high as hell. That's electric. So guess what then be electric. Be electric in the arena.
Be fun to watch.
Right? Like you may say, that ain't me. If you want to be who I think you want to be, because you don't score the ball the way you score. I feel like, I don't know you well, I feel like you live in the gym. Because there's no way you score the ball the way you score the ball.
Do that, dude.
And you are that confident anytime you have the ball and you don't just live in the gym. So I'm going to throw this out there. You're a gym rat. And if I'm wrong, if I'm lying, I'm flying. I don't think I'm flying anywhere. But you got to give people that, man.
Piggyback. Yeah, I want to piggyback off that because, you know, one, I always consider myself an underdog in my career. You know what I mean? It was always dudes ranked over me. And that was because the NBA is, to Dre's point, it's entertainment, right? So you're going to have dudes who get bigger marketing deals or get more recognized or make the all-star team because they're on a better team. But what he's saying is persona, right? I had to go and say, okay, I don't think none of these dudes is better than me. They may be in better situations, but what am I going to do? Like, if we all averaging between 7 to 10 assists, you know what I mean? What else can I bring? Fuck it, I'm going to lead the league in steals. I'm going to try and be a defensive nightmare. But then when I rock, man, I'm about to rock these dudes to sleep. You feel what I'm saying? And I never talk really, I didn't talk shit, but it was just little antics. You know what I mean? A smirk, like ain't shit funny. Like that's a smile and then a frown, right?
Yep.
That it's that little do that. That's your mantra.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? That's your persona. So now them 25 points got a story to it. It got energy to it. The other people feeling it. You know what I mean? They feeling. You got to make people feel your points.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You out there getting buckets. Like it's the easiest thing in the world. So you make shit look hella easy, you know what I mean? But you got to make people feel it. You got to have the opponents feel it. Your teammates got to feel it. The energy in the arena, they got to feel it. And you ain't got to be a rah-rah dude because you ain't a rah-rah dude. But all you got to do is smile and frown because ain't shit funny.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so like that persona becomes what you walk in the gym with. That's what Dray said. You walking in the gym, man, ain't shit funny. That don't mean shit ain't funny. It just ain't funny today. Not when I'm on this court. You know what I mean? Not when I'm out here. Ain't shit funny. And y'all gonna pay for it. And so I think that's where you are now. It's like, all right, you 25 in the game, bro. And what?
Yeah.
And what? You know what I mean? And what? Add something to, challenge yourself to, and then wrap that shit in that persona that ain't shit funny. Now them 25 gonna be 28, 6, 4. You know what I mean? And like, you gonna be walking off the court like, damn, they fucking with me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They really fucking with how I get down. I ain't really changed nothing but my persona. You know what I mean? And like, I think that's what it is, because you so goddamn talented and you so quiet and you do it so naturally. It's like, man, I've been doing this. Why they don't? No, go make them pay attention to you.
For sure.
You know what I mean?
I got you.
Real
Because you got the hard part.
Yeah.
Like, the thing that most people don't have is the hard part. Like, the hard part is easy for you.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah. I see what you're saying.
Like, I love Kawhi Leonard. He's a special talent. have watched him grow in the league. I came in, I think, a year after Kawhi.
Yeah.
Played against him in some great battle. Kawhi Leonard has made a bunch of money.
Yeah.
Kawhi Leonard is a star. He's
Mhm.
never been a superstar because he'll speak.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And
yeah.
you know, when he first signed with New
But he
Balance,
got a hell of a
he
brand.
does, right?
You know what I
So
mean?
not
He got a brand by not
facts,
speaking.
but check this out though. No, but check this out. No one really was catching on to Kawhi, right? He signs with New Balance.
Right.
In the first commercial, they do kind of the little penny thing. It's two people arguing, and it's not Kawhi's voice, right? They found one moment to capitalize on. They found his laugh,
Yeah.
and now he's a funny guy,
Yeah.
right? And since he became the
Mhm.
funny guy, now Kawhi is more talked about than ever. He's more known than ever, right? Like, and he's played less since then. But he's the funny guy.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? They found
Yeah.
a way, and that's all this is, bro. So I just wanted to say to you, like, don't miss the boat.
Yeah.
Like, don't miss the boat and
Yeah.
think that if I go, all right, they ain't listen when I score 25, so I'm gonna average 30 this year. All right, they ain't listen when I average 30, I'm gonna average 40. Like, they gonna be like, yo, that's crazy, he averaging 40. But in order for it to equal out for more for Cam Thomas,
Yeah.
give a little more.
Yeah.
Like BD said, maybe you smile and it's a frown because ain't
Yep.
shit. But give a little
Yep.
more, man. Don't miss the boat thinking, nope, it's just gonna be about buckets. Because I'm gonna tell you this. As much as it is about buckets, just buckets ain't gonna sell for the NBA.
Yeah.
And that's what
No.
this is all about at the end of the day.
Yeah.
It's entertainment, show business.
Bingo.
So be a part of the show.
Talk that talk,
Sure.
big homie. Tell him.
Yeah.
Hey, bro, this is, and this is real game. You know what I mean? This is like, there's some big homie shit and some big brother shit because, you know, usually you don't get this type of game.
Not for real.
You know, when somebody your rival, right? And then a lot of times you on a team where, you know, it ain't a lot of vets. You know what I mean? Y'all not winning. It look like y'all tanking, but this is a great opportunity for you to add those two things to your game. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah.
So take that challenge and say, okay, when they gonna know who I am coming out of this season, right? I'm gonna add these two things to my persona and also my game. You know what I mean? And then the basketball guys are gonna take care of you, bro, because you got superpowers in this space. You know what I mean? For what you
Yeah.
do. And then my question is like, what is your motivating factor? You know what I'm saying? Because I heard you say you get overlooked. You've been doing this for a while. Like, what continue to motivate you, and where do you want to be?
Yeah. Just the motivating part just always being, like everybody say, the underdog, overlooked, not getting enough respect that you want in the league or wherever you play at. So that's always gonna motivate me. I probably say now, my first few years it was just, being drafted late, drafted late in the draft. But now it's really like my first 2 years not playing. So I really use that as well as a motivation, like the chip on my shoulders, people would say, as me not playing my first 2 years. So I really use that now, but really just trying to use anything I can just to go out there and have some type of edge to go dominate each game. So probably just all that for real.
I love that, man.
Do you see ultimately, as BD said, I think most people thought y'all were going to be a team that's tanking. All of a sudden, you bring in a new coach in Jordy, who I respect. I've seen him on the bench with Mike Brown. I respect the intensity that he brings to the game. And I've heard from people that I respect his basketball minds that he's a great basketball mind.
Yeah,
I don't know that to be certain. I've never interacted with him much, but what I do appreciate is he bring a fire to the sideline. Like even when he's assistant, he was up off the bench, he's screaming. Like he bring a certain fire that I respected. And so when you look at trading Mikal Bridges, who was the leading scorer on the team, most people are like, oh, they tanking. And then all of a sudden, now you got the ball in your hand. Dennis is one of the ultimate competitors I've played against.
Yeah.
You got Cam Johnson playing well, Dorian Finney-Smith, who's just a dog.
Yeah.
All of a sudden,
Yeah.
Y'all ain't as bad as people thought y'all was going to be,
Exactly,
right? Like
yeah.
y'all right
Yeah.
there near 500,
Yeah.
which in the East, by the way, right now, you right in the thick of things.
It's
Yeah,
playoffs.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Mix,
yeah.
yeah.
Do you see yourself in the way now that you've been handed the keys to the offense, being a part of their long-term future? Is that what you see in your future moving forward in this league?
I mean, obviously being drafted in Brooklyn is home. It's my second home, as I've been saying. This year is my second home. Just be able to grow from 18, 19 years old to where I am now. So it's always been like that second home for me. The fans love me. So I definitely really like gravitate towards the fans, and the fans gravitate towards me, especially because how I play. New York love bucket getters. So that's really what they really gravitate towards me in that aspect.
They do, man.
So yeah, they always have my back no matter what. So I really would love to be in Brooklyn, of course.
I like your growth. Yeah. I like the way that you were patient, you've been ready, and now you stepping into your opportunity to prove to be who you are, right? To stamp your name in that top 25, them top 5 shooting guards. You know what I mean? And I think that, as Brooklyn gets better, as you continue to grow, like you can cornerstone, you know what I mean, and give this franchise somebody to recognize.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I mean? And I'm just excited for everything that you got going, your growth. I want to see more shit. You know what I mean? Like I'm an old head. I'm your OG. I need to see more shit. You feel what I'm saying? Because I know you can score, right? But I want you in that upper echelon, right? Because your scoring is so dangerous that what are the other 2 things that you're gonna add? Is it rebounding? Is it playmaking? Is it defense? Is it steals? Is it hustle plays? You know what I mean? Are you a glue guy? Is it, whatever it is, it got to be something else to make them hate you.
Yeah. I think this
You know
year,
what I mean?
I think this year though, what most people don't see is the playmaking. Sometimes I'm not gonna get the assist because like when Golden State was blitzing, I'm passing to the pocket. I don't get the assist for it if somebody's in the pocket and make that hockey assist. So I think for me, you got to watch me play to know like, oh, he is playmaking because I'm getting out the blitz. So it's on the guy whoever would set the screen in the blitz to make the right play. So I'm like getting the hockey assist, which is not really an assist for me. So I think that part of my game is really grown. And obviously, with Jordy, he really was preaching defense, playing hard on defense. I think that aspect really helped. So.
That just means you don't like to pass the goddamn ball.
That means I'm getting blitzed. That means stop blitzing.
And you get double teamed, and you frustrated, and you like, fuck it, I might as well make the right play.
You know what's funny about that?
Hey, dog, that's what scorers do. That's what scorers do. Oh yeah, I'm playmaking and shit. No, you ain't. You shooting the ball all the time, bro. So when you get double teamed.
Hey, check this out though. What I will say is I understand that. You know why I understand that? Like obviously I think I'm an incredible playmaker and like I can pass the ball.
Yeah.
But I made a career out of getting the ball out of a blitz with Steph Curry and making the next play. Steph didn't necessarily get the assist, and it was on me to read what the next play was, but I can they're to read because Steph Curry just drew 2 defenders. Yeah. So now there's someone open. I need to find the open guy. Cool. I can find the open man with my eyes closed. Yeah. Right. And so I understand what you're saying though. And like even watching you last night for 23 minutes that you played.
Yeah, you played great, bro.
Way more willing. The only shot that drove me up a wall was when you shot over me double team. Parker's almost fouled, but I just could not fucking believe you shot that shot. But you were way more of a willing passer than I thought you were.
Yeah. That's just me. That's just the growth this year, going over the film and stuff and just knowing that teams will probably send the blitz at me a lot more this year. So it's really just being open to being that willing passer, hitting the guy in that pocket and just trusting that he can make the right play. And, because at the end of the day, it's 4-on-3 on the backside with, drawing 2 defenders. So you just got to live the result and live with the play the guy made. So that's really just part of my growth this year, my 4th year. So that's really helped me for sure.
Hey, bro, but you only get a half. I said 2 to 2 to
Nah, I'm telling you,
the
whole thing, nah. Play that shit
That's
decent.
a hey, bro. The hockey assist is half.
Nah.
That's
It needs
half.
to be a full
I need
assist.
steals. Come on, dog. 2 steals. All right, this is what we gonna
That was
do. 2 steals, right? Or let's say 1.5 steals and 3 fouls, average for the rest of the
all right.
year. We gotta get them
Nah,
fouls up.
fouls.
Hey, bro, we gotta get the
You gotta
fouls
get the
up.
fouls up.
Yeah. Yeah, because that means you playing
I mean,
defense. You know what I mean? Like, I used to stay in foul trouble, but I did lead the league in steals. But I just think that, like, personality wise, right? Oh, yeah, you scoring, but you ain't fouling nobody.
Yeah,
You know what I
yeah, I see
mean?
what
Like,
you're saying.
I think it just makes you more aggressive. And you got to make up defensively, right? To like, man, go hack somebody 3 times. Like, just know I'm about to hack somebody 3 times, and it should be the shooting guard or whoever you
Yeah,
guard. You know what I
yeah,
mean? That's shit ain't
yeah,
funny. You know what I mean? Ain't nothing funny.
yeah.
That ain't nothing funny when I come out here and be hacking.
Nah, no.
Because they ain't gonna call them all, and that's how you get your
Yeah,
steals.
for sure.
And it's a presence,
Yeah,
right? It
Yep.
goes into the same thing what we were saying.
Yeah.
yeah,
Hey,
sure.
but you, I once heard Boo Williams, who I got a lot of respect for. I played with the family on the Nike circuit. I remember going to the Boo Williams tournament.
Yeah,
Obviously, he's a pioneer in this. The guys he's had, one in particular, Allen Iverson,
yeah,
Bubba Chuck, who we all love.
yeah.
He said, no, Cam Thomas is the best scorer I've ever been around, not Allen Iverson. What does that do for you to hear that? Like that to me, that's fucking crazy.
That's
Yeah.
wild.
It's definitely great to hear, especially from a guy like you said who's coached. I mean, numerous pros, numerous first round picks, all that stuff, Hall of Famers. So it's definitely a step in the right direction for me. But that's really like everything, especially being from the same area. Me and Alan, like being close near the same area, so that's really like everything. So that's definitely a top tier compliment for me. So I just want to keep going for sure.
And then you did play with like you played with KD. Yeah, KD, James Harden, and Kyrie. What was the one-on-ones like?
Yeah.
We
them
ain't
love
really
playing
Talk about
one-on-one.
them ones.
Yeah, we ain't really play ones though. Yeah, bro, we ain't never really played ones for real.
Wow.
Honestly.
What?
Yeah, bro, we never really played
You
ones.
weren't trying to get
Yeah,
you
I
weren't
was
trying to get the
play.
one-on-one
No,
thing?
I was.
They didn't want
Yeah.
it. They weren't ready. They didn't want it.
Season legs, they was like they want to stay for the season. I'm like, hey.
Oh,
Wow,
Yeah.
that is disappointing.
Yeah, bro, we
damn.
never really played ones for real when I was here with them. So I was like, dang.
Man, KD always
That's
playing
it.
one.
Always, and he didn't really want to play. I was like, dang.
Wow, that is disappointing.
Yeah. But no, it's definitely good though, playing with those guys. Those guys I can consider my brothers really. It's just like be able to build that bond with them, be able to have like their number and talk to them whenever. So I definitely cherish, that year and a half with them for sure.
And what did you take from each one, if you could?
Yeah,
If there's one thing that you took from each
yeah,
one, what
just
would that
Kai, Kai first, just his patience offensively. I mean, he don't let nobody speed him up, especially in the league. I really try to take that.
be?
Just not letting nobody speed me up, get into my spots, and just be able to make the shot at my spot. You can't really learn much from K because K 7 feet doing what he do, so it's kind of hard to learn from him
Yeah.
at my side.
You just watch.
Yeah, you just watching like,
Yeah.
oh damn, that's tough. And then James, like I said before, like I really patterned my game after James when he was in Houston, just watching. Like I really try to pattern my game after him a little bit, but still take stuff from him. But I really try to pattern my game after him when he was in Houston with the ball in his hand, the step back threes and stuff, all the, ISO moves. So I really try to pattern my game after James a little bit. So, before I even got there, I was already tapped in with watching James and stuff, knowing all his moves and stuff. So yeah.
That
Man, that's amazing.
that brings me to
You
a
play
question.
with 3.
I'm sorry.
Oh,
Go ahead.
ahead.
No, I was about to say that.
No, I was just gonna say he played with 3 players that have flawless offensive games, no offensive deficiencies.
Yeah.
So that was it. Go ahead, Jay.
No, I was going to ask because I saw James make a comment the other day, and I actually, most people would take it as a slight at Steph. I don't take it as a slight at Steph because quite frankly, the man just said Steph was in a realm of his own. So
Yeah.
respect that.
Mhm.
But he made a valid point, and he was talking about the way that he played basketball and the step backs and all of that, like
Yeah.
how much a lot of people drew from his game. And so I guess my question to you is, and coming up during that time, obviously I'm in it and I'm playing, do you think more young guys like yourself were watching James and saying, oh man, I want to play like that, or watching Steph and saying that?
Good question. I think I think we really gravitated towards James because James was doing the ISOs and like breaking people down one-on-one, scoring the 40s and 50s. I think Steph really changed the way teams wanted to play the game of basketball, shooting the threes, the pace the pace y'all play at, just moving around without the ball. I think Steph really changed the way the teams around the league try to play. James really changed the individual play of, players like the ISOs, really me, just the ISOs, the handles, step backs, shooting tough shots, just the foul drawing, just all that stuff. I think James really changed the individual skill of how players wanted to play the game. Steph really changed like the team culture. Everybody want to shoot threes now. Everybody, if you can't shoot threes, you can't play. So it's like he really changed.
That's
Definitely
a
changed the
great take.
team aspect of the league for sure.
Wow, that's
That's a great take.
incredible. I never
That's a
thought
great
about it
take,
that way.
man.
Yeah, for sure.
Especially from the young dudes. It's good to hear from the young
Sure.
dudes because, it's like, who y'all gravitating to,
Yeah.
right? And who you patterning your game after is, and Dre, it go back to really the statement that Harden made.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like, it is a difference between what Steph do and how he get it done than, Harden. And I think like this next generation, like you guys are all so weaponized offensively. You know what I mean? It's just like you can just tell you just in the lab working on your, you know what I mean? You're just working on your
Yeah,
arsenal.
for real.
You know what I'm
for
saying?
real. Yeah. So I think James and Steph are like the two for our generation, for the young guys, is just like the one and two. So, credit to those guys for changing the game, but it's our time now for sure. So yeah.
No doubt. And
What player surprised you the most? Like game wise? You like, damn, that dude cold. I need to take inventory on him.
Well, that's a good question. It'd be a lot of people that kill us, and I'm like, hey, I didn't know he was like that. So it's like we always have that game, like everybody go crazy on us. But I'll probably say my second year, Brandon Ingram at the beginning of the year, he was. I was like, yeah, he cold. Like he was pulling up over K, making it, just getting to his spots. I was like, yeah, he cold for sure.
that's tough.
Yeah.
That's tough. It's funny to hear you say that. Like, man, somebody always get off on us that's not supposed to.
Always.
It's because everyone in the league, like if you play meaningful minutes, like you're now doing, like you are the focal point of a team now. But what you'll realize is, and you may not have found that person yet because this is the most you've played consistently this year, where the ball is like, and it's like your coach is inviting you to be Cam. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think this is the first time your coach has invited you to be Cam.
Perfect,
all right, so I think he'll probably start to figure it out, but there's always a guy in the league that if you say that person's name, people would never know that that's the guy you struggle with. So, like, for instance, we used to always joke, like, the guy I used to struggle with the most was Taj Gibson. Like, Taj Gibson may be one of the only people that I've ever in my career I asked for a switch. Like, I was like, because Jermaine O'Neal was on my team at the time. It was my second year. And I'm like, J.O., you got to guard him, man. I'm going to go guard Joakim Noah. Like, I can't. He giving me fits, J.O. Like, you got to guard. And at that time, I'm trying to keep my minutes. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm trying to stay on the floor. So, like, J.O., you got to go guard him. It was Taj Gibson for me. Every time I play Taj Gibson, he would give me hell. For Steph, Ricky Rubio. Every time Steph would play Ricky Rubio would give us hell. KD, it was actually slow-mo. Kyle Anderson used to give KD fits when we would play against Kyle Anderson. And so to hear you say, like, yo, it's always one guy, that like out of nowhere he just cook us.
Bruh, I'm like in heavy help. They're like, oh, he's not really gonna shoot much. I'm in heavy help. And then he go hit 3-4 threes. I'm like, I mean, what you want me to do? Like you
Like
told me to go
Jalen
help.
Wilson did to me last night.
Nah, J Will can shoot.
Man, listen,
They
they were
look
like,
at
yo,
you.
he could shoot some, but he, like he more so want to
He was
drive.
like,
Man, he came out busting my eye.
Yeah.
Then he
Hey,
drove, put his shoulder in
Big
my
shoulder.
chest.
Big
I'm like,
shoulder.
yo, what's up, man? Like, I had no
Hey, what's
idea
up
this
with
dude
this
could hoop
guy?
like
Hey,
this, man.
He was at
He
your
was
neck.
cooking me last night. I had no clue. God.
Big shoulder. Big shoulder.
Man, he hit me with a crazy shoulder and then
Yeah.
reversed the call. I'm like, bro, he can't just veer
Yeah.
into me like that, bro. It's crazy. Hey, young
Nah.
fella played well, though. Really
They
well.
did, for sure, though. Credit to all the young guys that stepped
My
up.
dude was
They did. Yes, they did.
Yeah, some young talent, man. Yeah, I got some hell of a talent. I like the young
Mhm.
pieces. My dude was Jose Calderon. I don't know if it's a Spain thing, but I couldn't stand Jose Calderon. For some reason, he always outplayed me when we played, dude. I was like, great player, great point guard. You only have these games against me, dude.
Jose got paid off you.
Like, bro, hey, bro, serious, bro. Shit.
Nah.
That's
I hate that.
It's like, dang, dude, I gotta play against this dude. Everything they gonna do, and they gonna beat you doing it.
Facts.
But that's the beauty of the league, though. You know what I mean? It's like the league is always about matchups, right? And you never know who has your number.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
No, totally. Yeah, that's the beauty of the league, and it's never all.
Who do you like going up against? Who are the top 3 people when you see them? You like, okay, it's about that time. Oh yeah, it's that time. Come on, man, give me 3 people. Come on, we're gonna start this
Can't do
beef
that.
right now.
Nah, I can't do that. It's the whole league. I like playing against the whole league.
It's the whole league.
Yeah, I like playing against
Who's
the whole
the
league.
top
Line it up.
dogs?
Yep. That's how I always felt.
mean,
Line it
yeah.
up. I don't really duck no smoke for no team. Just line it up. I don't care who the team is. I'm coming out there to play aggressive.
Who do you want to know? Hey, I got smoke for y'all. Every time I see y'all, it's up. I got smoke for y'all. Everybody.
Every team, bro. I'm telling you, every team. Like every team. I don't pick no
It's
favorites.
all.
It's every team. I don't care who it is.
I respect it.
Everybody equal.
Yeah.
I respect. Guess what? You know why?
What's up?
Because ain't shit funny.
Said
That's
it.
it. Like, that's it right there. Like, I'm not, that's the same person. I'm not impressed by none. Not one of y'all are going to make me feel like I need to do more against you. Ain't shit funny. That's all in the same. You got to give people that, bro.
That's that
That's
persona.
the same thing.
That's that
Like,
persona.
ain't shit funny. I don't care about none of y'all. Like, I'm not moved by you. I'm moved by going to get these buckets. Ain't shit funny. Like, like, that's you got it,
That's
bro.
your thing,
I'm telling
bro.
you got it. It's right
That's
in
your
front of you.
thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's your mantra, bro. That's your
For
persona.
sure.
Like, the big homie, that's a blessing.
nah,
You
for
know what I
real.
mean? Embrace that, because you are that.
You are that.
You know what I mean? You are that. Like, ain't nobody laughing when they got a matchup
At
with
all.
you.
It ain't funny.
They got work. They got some work to do.
Yeah.
No.
You feel
No,
me?
for sure.
So take that with you for sure.
And just speaking of your team, like I said, I think y'all are having a much better year than anyone anticipated.
Yeah.
Right.
Coming off a couple wins to end off a tough West Coast road trip. Y'all come off a win against us, or win against Kings, win against us. Y'all got Phoenix. But, how do you see this season now playing out for y'all? Like, does it feel like the tune of the organization is changing with the success that y'all are having?
Yeah. Honestly, from preseason and stuff, I think everybody wanted to come out and win games. Obviously, nobody wants to go out there to lose every game. So I think the motto that we had was just be competitive, like be physical, be connected. Wherever that takes us. But I think we really, as players, really bought into the new staff, to what they're teaching us. So I think that's really helped us, and us really like we like playing together. I think we like playing together, and we really want to prove the doubters wrong. So I think we always felt we were, good enough to play like how we are now. I think honestly, we dropped some games that we could have won. So
Facts.
I think our record could be much
Yeah.
better than what it is, honestly. So
Facts.
I think we're like right there. It's always like just young team stuff, learning how to finish the game. So I think we just going through that sometimes, and I think we got a really good year. We just got to keep sticking with it and have a really good year. Just keep sticking with what we're doing.
Yes, sir. And your ankle,
Agreed.
how you feel about that? Like, will you miss a bunch of time with that, or will it be
Nah,
hopefully
nah,
pretty
it, nah,
fast?
nah. I shouldn't. It's not even my ankle. I think it was like just my left hammy tightness.
Okay.
It's nothing wrong with it.
Yeah.
Just didn't feel right finishing. Probably could have made it worse if I kept playing against y'all. So I was just like, I'm just let the young guys play, finish it up, and then credit to them that everybody stepped up, making shots, playing hard. So you're gonna need a lot of people to step up. When I'm out. So
Yeah.
definitely need
And
that.
Courtney is y'all trainer, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's live in that training room, bro. Get back
Yeah.
out on that course so you
For
can
sure, bro.
Yeah. What's
you
up?
can be an all-star this year. By the way, what do you feel
Yeah.
about the case you're making to be an all-star this year in the East, especially where
Totally.
Damian Lillard hasn't had as great of a year? The Philadelphia 76ers having a down year.
They
You got a lot of
have
guys that ain't
nothing.
that's been all-stars that ain't necessarily playing as good as you're playing. What's
That's stepping
your
in that
case and
role.
how you looking
Yeah.
at that?
Yeah, I'm definitely looking to, have my name in that convo for sure. I think I'm making a great case, especially for how our team was projected to be to start the year. They was projected to be the worst team in the league. And then, we're coming out surprising people. And then my play, speaks for itself. So I think I'm definitely making a great case early on. I mean, it's still early, but I definitely want to keep it up and hopefully, have my name be all-star this year for sure.
Let's go, man. You got the city. You're one of the best cities, basketball cities, in the
Yeah.
world. Talk about just, as we wrap up, just what New York, you know what I mean? And being in New York, you said it's like a second home, how they embraced you. Just talk about that energy and like how basketball is just so exciting. Like every day you wake
Yeah,
up
bro. Just
in New York.
even like my rookie year when I first got drafted, everybody loved me. Like even, social media, all the fans, they loved the pick. And then just, every time I got in, whether it was at the end of the game or, you know, get surprised, throwing me in like second or third quarter, and I go out there, hit a crazy shot or go start cooking, and then, the whole crowd in the arena go crazy. So I just feel like that's really like I said, my second home, like they love Cam Thomas. So so every time I'm at home, I try to put on the show for them like the best way I can. So, because you never know, you never know, somebody new might come, never saw you play before, and you want to put on a great show because, I just love to put on the show for the Brooklyn crowd for sure. So I just really love it.
I just processed. You told me before the show started. You said, "Oh yeah, we play Phoenix," and then we flying after the game. And in my mind, I'm like, "Y'all flying on the red eye? That's crazy!" Like the
Yeah.
red eye messed you up for a couple days. But it just dawned on me that y'all are flying on the red eye because it's Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
Get to the
Yeah,
crib
it
on
is.
Thanksgiving.
I swear the league make
Happy
you forget the
Thanksgiving,
days. Yeah, happy
man.
Yeah, the
Thanksgiving, yo.
Groundhog
Yeah.
Day.
Yeah.
Hey, I was gonna ask y'all that. Like, holidays was always the worst. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Awful. Awful.
Sometimes you make it
So,
home,
yeah.
sometimes you don't. Man, both of y'all tell the people who are going to be at home eating these delicious ass turkeys, stuffing. This is me, yams, mac and cheese. Y'all can't eat none of that shit. And y'all probably not gonna be around. Usually it's like, oh, Thanksgiving I'm home, Christmas I'm away. Talk about just that, both of y'all, just how tough it is being away from family
Yeah.
and traveling during the holidays at this time playing games.
Yeah, just for me personally, I always spent holidays with my fam. So my first few years in the league, I haven't spent Christmas home once with my mom or something. I never spent Christmas home once. So we always left out or had to stay somewhere because you had another game. So it's always tough with that, but it is what it is. It's part of the league. And Thanksgiving, this is probably my first Thanksgiving where I actually have a chance to be home on an off day. And
Oh,
So
that's
yeah,
cool.
it was definitely dope for sure. It's definitely tough though.
That's great.
Draymond Green gets no
No,
Christmas.
I'm about to say he don't count for Christmas.
In 10 years.
Yeah.
Do you even know what
Yeah, I'm
Christmas
like, you don't know what Christmas is anymore.
you on the biggest
I
stage.
really appreciate Thanksgiving because we don't get a Christmas. Last year, I got a Christmas for the first time because I was suspended. That was about the only silver lining of being suspended. Is I was actually like not even just Christmas Day, but I was home for the holiday weeks. Like I was home for Thanksgiving, then I was home for the week leading into Christmas with all the Christmas carols with my kids, and then I was home for New Year's. Like I was with my family for all the holiday weeks. So shout out to all them idiots that said I was a crash out. I'm smarter than you. I got to spend a holiday with my
Hey, good way to look at it for sure.
The silver lining, man. We always look at the positive.
Look at the positive out it. Hey.
So that's what it is. What's your go-to Thanksgiving dinner before we get out of here? What you gotta have on Thanksgiving?
Mac and cheese. It's mandatory. That's mandatory for sure. Gotta have mac and cheese. You don't got mac and cheese there, you don't know what you're doing.
And who cooking the meal?
Growing up, it was always my grandma. So she always cooked.
Love.
Recently it's been my mom though, but you know, if I'm home or not. So yeah, but really my grandma should really be cooking up for sure.
Is mom gonna meet you in Brooklyn since you're gonna be home?
Yeah.
Let's go.
You're gonna be there.
Let's go.
You're gonna be there.
Eat up.
Let's go. That's fire.
Yeah.
Now, BD, you got something else?
I just want to make some Draymond Greens. I wish that I could go to the store and go into Ralph's or Kroger's and get some frozen Draymond Greens. I've been dying to. Why don't we have Draymond Greens? This would be the best thing for Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
You know what?
Next Thanksgiving, dog, we got to have Draymond Greens.
We on that. I'm looking into that. I'm looking into that. Killer Cam, we appreciate you, man. Thank you for coming on the show. It is great to talk to you, to hear you speak, and I won't say the disrespectful thing that most people say is like, you speak well. Like, did you think I was dumb? Like, I'm not going to say it. I'm just happy to hear you speak and know that you talk and you smile and that you got a personality. Yeah. And we thank you for coming on the show. And before BD say something, before you say something, I just want to say again, give it to them, brother. They will love it.
Yeah.
The way you score the ball is special.
Yeah.
Give them the next thing. Don't fall into do not fall into the trap. It's just about buckets. The Brooklyn Nets gonna pay you a lot of money to be that franchise guy. They gotta be able to do more with it. You know what I'm saying? So just know that. Give it to them, bro. Ain't shit funny. If ain't shit funny, figure it out.
Got you. Yep.
That's all I gotta say. Ain't shit funny, baby. That's the persona. You know what I mean? Appreciate having you.
Nah, man. Appreciate y'all for having me on, man.
I need my two things, man. I'm still not gonna let you get away with that pocket pass. I'm be hitting you too, bro. I'll be DMing you like, yo, with them rebounds, with them steals.
I got you.
Tell them, Dray, I'll be tapped in. I'll be tapped in.
Respect. But no, I appreciate y'all for having me though, man. Appreciate it.
Yes, sir, bro. Good luck the rest of this year. Bro. Get healthy. And know that if you understand what I'm saying here. I ain't saying rush back before you healthy.
Yeah.
But know that in order to be the top dog, if you can be back in 4, then work your ass off and do everything to prove to them that, no, I was ready in 3 because I did everything. You know what I'm saying? 100. Get back. Do everything you got to do to get back because that's going to determine if you can become an all-star or not, and you deserve that.
100. Appreciate y'all, man. Appreciate that.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Much love, bro.
Much love, man.
Are you struggling to find the right candidates? Maybe you're juggling the demands of running your business and hiring. Whether you need to fill a position yesterday or are trying to find someone with the perfect skills, hiring can be tough. I get it. And let's face it, it's hard to keep everything running smoothly when you're busy sorting through resumes. Thankfully, there's a place you can go for help. ZipRecruiter. ZipRecruiter does the work for you to make hiring fast and easy. And right now, you can try it for free at ZipRecruiter.com/Draymond. ZipRecruiter is the hiring site that employers trust the most, according to G2. How quickly does ZipRecruiter get your job in front of the right candidates? Instantly. Plus, their powerful matching tech helps you find top talent fast, saving you both time and money. Experience faster, easier hiring with ZipRecruiter. 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. See for yourself. Just go to ZipRecruiter.com/Draymond right now to try it for free. That's the same price as a genuine smile from a stranger, a picture-perfect sunset, or a cute dog running up to you and licking your hand. Try it for free at this exclusive web address, ZipRecruiter.com/Draymond. Again, that's ZipRecruiter.com/Draymond. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. I really enjoyed that.
That was some good ass ism you gave him too.
Appreciate
you know
it,
what I
bro.
mean? That's gold. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? Like when you think about it, like coming from you, a Hall of Famer, motherfucker done it. A young one, like Shaq did that to me.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? What you just did for him, Shaq used to do that to me, for me all the
Uh-huh.
time. Like, hey, nigga, you one of them ones. You got to, you know what I
Mhm.
mean? Just keep standing out. That was dope. I was glad I got to witness that, be a part of that.
Nah, yeah, man, that was super dope. Chopping it up with the young fella, man. He definitely got it. But before we get out of here, BD, talk to me. 5. You got 5 on it today. Who your 5 today?
Man, I got 5. I got 5 on it. First and foremost, LaMelo Ball, 50, a 44 piece. I think he lost both games, but that's
They
my
team
dog.
trash.
Numero uno, LaMelo Ball. Number 2, gotta rock with De'Aaron
Fox
Fox. I've been
cooking.
just in love with his game. How he play and how he finished games for them is just. I mean, De'Aaron Fox, and he one of my son's favorite players. Coming in at number 3, Jalen Williams
From OKC.
from OKC.
Yes, sir.
Because I just think that the dude is the point guard on their team, right? We know Shea is dynamic, superstar, combo guard, scoring guard, but I like to give him some credit because really he's like the glue.
Mhm. He is.
And I want to see him playing more point guard for that team because he's a great playmaker.
He's also the attitude for that team.
He has the great
Mhm.
attitude for that
He's
team.
the attitude.
Bro. He has an amazing attitude for that
Yep.
team.
For sure.
All right, where we at? We at number 4. Number 4. I am going with Drew Holiday.
Bruin love.
Gotta have a Bruin in there. But most importantly, when I watch this dude play, you know what I mean? He just, that's my get down. Drew Holiday is my get down. I'm going to lock you up. I'm going to make shots on you. I'm going to post you up. I'm going to take you to the hole. He's the fix.
Okay.
You feel what I'm
Absolutely.
saying? Like he's a fixer.
Absolutely.
Like he's a point guard fixer. So that's 4. And then I want to, since we didn't do it last week, 5, I got to go with Chris Paul. Chris Paul going into, passing 12,000
Yes,
assists
sir.
all time in his
Yes,
career.
sir.
Come on, man. CP3, basketball god. We got to celebrate these dudes while they still hooping, to see him do it and to do it at a high level. I want to salute Chris Paul because he definitely deserved to be in the top 5. Honorable mention, Dame Lillard. I'm starting to apologize to the Bucks and Doc Rivers. Get your mind right, Doc. Get them right, Doc. Come on. Halliburton came back for me. Trae Young, The normal, just the normal.
Yes, sir.
Just
I
the
respect it.
normals.
No,
You know what I'm
definitely shout out to CP, man. 12,000 assists. That's a lot of
sir.
dimes, man. You made a lot of people better. Made a lot of
on,
people a lot of money. Dropping
Come
them down. So shout out to C.
Come on, CP3. Cliff
Hey
Paul.
now. All right now, Cliff. Hey, man. That's it. Got 5 on it with BD. Shout out to us,
My
the
dog.
Draymond Green Show with Baron Davis, and shout out to you for tuning in and listening to us get our shit off. We appreciate you. We love you. Until next time, that's a wrap. Peace.
Peace.